Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have an update for a new Star Wars game in the Star Wars gaming world. We are, of course, going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it. In this video, we are going to be taking a read from StarWarsNewsNet.com. I'll have their article linked in the description down below. In a recent interview with Rock Paper Shotgun, Greg Forich, CEO of Bit Reactor, spoke about his team's process for making their next game, which is going to be a Star Wars strategy game in collaboration with Respawn Entertainment. The CEO, Forich, stated that his goal is to make a game and have people say, man, that's an amazing game, and oh, it happens to be a strategy game. Ending that right there, plain and simple, making a good game, wanting to make a good game, and a game that is a strategy game, a Star Wars strategy game. There you guys have it. Last year, it was announced that the newly formed studio, Bit Reactor, had signed on to develop their first game, a Star Wars strategy game, last year, with developer Respawn Entertainment, responsible for the Fallen Jedi Order games. Many of those hired at Bit Reactor have worked on strategy games before, like XCOM and Marvel's Midnight Suns in the past. Since the initial announcement, though, no new information has come out. Yet, CEO Greg Forich looks to set the expectations high for this new game. When speaking about the collaboration between his studio and Respawn Entertainment, Forich had very positive remarks. He stated that Respawn has been super supportive in its vision to really push the genre. He continued by saying, "This is how game development should be." The CEO, Forich, also commented on the state of the strategy genre as a whole, outside of their ongoing Star Wars game that they're working on right now. He really laminated on the idea that the strategy genre hasn't had much innovation over the past few years at this point, and he wishes to change that with Bit Reactor's next and first Star Wars game. He says that, end quote, "Strategy is the genre with the most room to grow in, innovate and change, and I have rich stories and immersive art, and it just hasn't gotten its due." Ending that right there, saying that he has the ideas for this, he has the roadmap for this, it's just about getting it done and really laying it all out. In the recent, to be honest with you guys, it seems that some Star Wars games have really fallen flat, especially in the recent of the wake of the Knights of the Old Republic remake game seemingly just not happening anymore for whatever reason. We'll have another video discussing that all in more detail and in more depth here on the channel a little bit later. All the more reason to grab that subscribe button and that notification bell if you haven't already. We, of course, on top of that, are covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns, and everything in between. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button and that notification bell and join us today. Point being, though, is that in the light of the Knight of the Old Republic remake game seemingly just not happening anymore for whatever reason, it's good, it's great, I think, to hear more about another upcoming Star Wars game. Honestly, I haven't actually even heard about this new Bit Reactor Star Wars strategy game until making this video. The article continues by reading that the CEO, Forich, also illustrated how his company, Bit Reactor, is very focused on forward innovation, doing things his team hasn't done before, and exploring that new territory, which is something I love to see and hear about. He emphasized on how his team doesn't want to draw too much inspiration from past work, like XCOM, or other games that many of the developers that are working on this game have worked on before, but to come up with newer ideas much rather, bringing something new to the table altogether. He says that, end quote, "We're not really looking backwards anymore at any of the things that we've made. We're aware of them. We know some of the mistakes, so we can stop things ahead of time that would be dangerous. But we have very clear ideas on things that we can really change, so we're excited about that." Ending the quote right there, really just getting at the idea of that they don't want to copy and repeat the same game over and over, or make games too similar, whether it's in Star Wars and within the Star Wars universe, or if it's in another game, much rather. That's something I really love to hear about, and it's something I really can't wait to hear and really see actually unfold and see it come to fruition here. It really seems that everything that he said so far throughout this article, they seem very pumped up about this Star Wars strategy game, and that like this is what they are working on, like this is their main focus for the time being as of right now. So it gives this game, the Star Wars strategy game, much more higher of a chance to actually really get out there, and well, it makes up for not other previous Star Wars games, not just that, but other previous Star Wars projects, shows and movies and everything in between that have kind of fallen flat or haven't really taken off. It adds onto that list and onto that resume of those Star Wars projects that do see the light of day. And that's something that we love to see and hear about actually come to fruition. Also, with the fact as of it seems like this is like their main focus, as I had mentioned, and like what they're putting everything toward in the last year at this point. One of the areas it appears that they're hoping to improve upon is the game's overall camera work and cinematics as well. While strategy games aren't known for their flashy cinematography or action-packed cutscenes, 4H highlights Bit Reactor's cinematic director, who previously worked on the Gears of War franchise, and how he is helping the team innovate it. Which I love to hear, and I love I can't wait to see that. Like, that just like alone gets me so excited and so pumped up. If you guys don't know anything about Gears of War, which I really don't. I know like it's in general basis of like how that game looks, like its cinematics and its camera work and its action-packed cutscenes. I know how most of that looks, but I don't really know the Game of War franchise, or Gears of War much rather. I've never actually played it. So if you guys have, let me know down in the comment section down below, and let me also know like how you think that's going to translate over into Star Wars. It kind of gives us more of a feel for how this game is actually going to feel and how this game is really going to work. He says that in quote, "He just brings a totally different sensibility to all of the camera work. He has ideas that I never had, and so for me, I'm just like, throw it all out there and I'll tell you where it's across the line and I'll reel it back in." Ending that quote right there. It's amazing to hear that they seem to really be working together very well here as well. Especially in the past, as it seems that a lot of other game studios, not just within the Star Wars franchise, of course outside of the Star Wars franchise, and other game developers aren't always working together at their best, which is not good at all. So, of course, to see them working well together and being pumped up about this game seems like it is going to be a big deal. It's going to bring something new to the table, and it's going to be something fresh, something new, something exciting that we're all looking forward to. In other news, Respawn's Star Wars Jedi Survivor has been nominated for 2 awards at the recent Games Awards. It's nominated for its Best Action/Adventure and Best Performance for actor Cameron Monaghan. Anyway guys, a new Star Wars game, a new Star Wars strategy game, something that we've never seemingly feel to have seen before. It seems like I'm hyped for it. I'm pretty pumped up for it. I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. What do you guys think that this new Star Wars game, strategy game, is going to be about, and what do you guys think it's going to be like? What do you guys want to see with it? I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.